What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. You know, I feel like my vlogs here on YouTube are kind of like a little Netflix series, and every single week you guys tune in to see a little bit more of this storyline unfolding of Maxie Poo's life. And some of you are probably like, when is this show going to end? Well, on today's episode, I've been seeing a lot of comments that have expressed some concern about us building a house on a river. And those are respectfully valid, but I want to break it down a little bit to show you guys why we're not out here just building some big old houseboat on a prayer. All right, so before we head out to the land, I want to show you guys something because I feel like a lot of people think that we're being like a guinea pig and the first ones to build a house on the river. So let me pop up the old Google Earth machine. Right here is our 15-acre piece of land, right? Look how beautiful it is. Now, in our same neighborhood up to the right, there's actually 15 other homes that are already built along the river, right? We're not the first ones to do it. But I want to show you, if you scroll down and follow along the river here, I mean, just look at all of these homes. Look at all of these brave souls already living it up riverside. I mean, they are out here playing real life Oregon Trail, you know what I'm saying? I sure hope their house doesn't get taken by dysentery, you know? But real talk, there are some major things to consider when building on water or near the river, right? So I hope that I can address some of these concerns today and make you guys feel better about this Noah's Ark Deluxe that we're constructing. So let's go. All right, before we talk Riverbanks and real estate, I want to show you two little things we were talking about in the previous episodes of Maxie Poo. We went with the 10-inch screen in the Jeep. We were contemplating between the 10 and the 12. I think the 10 looks sleek, it looks sexy, it might even look seductive, and for the first time ever, it turns out smaller is better. Also, the Morgan Wallen album, 10 out of 10. I was never like a huge country fan, but the Morgan Wallen album is just, it's the best. Okay, I didn't know that it was going to be the... Look at all this grass. Do you think 15 acres is going to be a lot to upkeep? Nah, I think it'll be all right. It'll be super manageable. So, you know how we were putting on the new sticker on the side, the Rubicon sticker, which we have over here? So, I got some more stickers in. Actually, one of you guys, a subscriber, actually sent me some, so thank you, dude. But now I'm thinking, is the sleek, like, no sticker look, is that the move? What do you guys think? We got no sticker... sticker. I know you're thinking sticker, you just met her. No, guys, this is serious. Do we go blue and black sticker or stealth? I need to know. These are big problems, guys. These are big. No, seriously, look at the grass. Is this going to be a lot to maintain? Oh, man. All right, guys, let's calm some waters, literally. First of all, we are on the high side of this river, which means there is this huge riverbank along the backside of everyone's property that is the first layer of kind of security to protect your house from that there water. Yeah, maybe there's this thing called erosion, but is that even real? Does that actually exist? I don't think so. And secondly, like I mentioned earlier, there are dozens and dozens of homes, not only in our neighborhood, but continuously down this riverbank. And what I like to think is, if you had a bunch of friends and they were all jumping off a bridge, you're like, that looks dumb, I probably shouldn't do that, but then none of them die, that basically is scientific evidence that you can do it too. You let other people do all the research, and then you just assume that they're smarter than you and they know what they're doing, and that is what I'm doing. I'm like the 30th house to build just in this area, so I think that we're Gucci. And third of all, there's a little thing that sometimes you experience in life, and that is called a setback. Whenever a neighborhood is being built, there's a lot of research that goes in. It's not just like, I think homes can be built here, right? There's countless hours of engineering and municipal review that take place to ensure that the pieces of land are suitable to build homes on. And when you live on the river, you're probably in a flood zone, which we are. because we live on a river, right? So there's a lot of more like setback requirements here. And a setback is basically when they survey and plot out your land to say like, okay, this is what you own. There's areas where they say you cannot build past this point because of data and research, right? It's not just a suggestion, it's backed by hard evidence of why you can't do that. So on top of, there being research on the land, we are actually pushing our house all the way about 450 feet away from the river. And if that wasn't enough, we are actually going to elevate the house probably about 2 feet in the air. So if all of the people that built along the river are completely wrong and they didn't do the research correctly, and the water raises all the way up to the top of this super high riverbank, and then the water comes over 400 feet all the way to our house, and then it's enough to get into our 2+ foot elevated home. At that point, guys, it's not a, oh crap, man, I probably shouldn't have done this. It's like, oh, there's a biblical event going on and everyone in the neighborhood is screwed. But let's just say if that does happen, I will have the sickest ark anyone's ever seen, and I will have 2 dumbbells of every weight class. Every time that I work out at a gym that has top of the line and new equipment, I get more excited thinking about our future home gym layout than a teenage girl at a Taylor Swift concert. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna put that machine there, and oh, I definitely need this bad boy, and oh, I never have to wait for my favorite cable fly ever again. And since we got the 15 acres and we ended up separating the gym from the house, I kinda maybe might have possibly made the gym kind of a little more redonkulous. And now before you guys say, Max, why do you need a gym the size of Alpha Land at your house? Let me explain. The gym and the house are going to be big, but everything has a function and a purpose, because over the past 12+ months, Taylor and I have been going over these plans with a fine-tooth comb, making it exactly what we want. Because I keep telling you guys that this is the forever home, right? And don't get it twisted. I understand that, things don't go to plan, things don't work out the way that you envision them, but I'm building this house as if it does go to plan. I'm building this house as if this is the last home that I'll ever live in, right? The house that our children are raised in, the house that we have all of the grandkids over in, the house that eventually is passed down from generation to generation until my great grandson sells it to buy a rocket ship to go put a Chipotle on Mars, right? I'm not building this home for resale value, right? I'm not building this home as an investment. It's a place to make memories, and that is why I'm building it, right? I've worked really hard over the past 12 years, and I've gotten really, really lucky with a lot of great decisions, and this is where I want to spend my money, right? I don't care if some Karen on Zillow's like, I think your hallways are a little too wide and a waste of square footage. I would make them this exact width. I don't care. I don't care if I ever make my money back from this house, which I probably won't. And if all of this, turns out to be the biggest financial mistake of my life and I lose my ass on it, then so be it, because at the end of the day, this home is going to be an amazing fit for my family, for my friends, and heck, maybe I'll even have a bunch of you subscribers over. We'll have a whole pool party in the gym. Honestly, the gym's big enough that probably all you can fit in there. It's going to be sick, dude. It's just going to be an amazing fit. Man, whenever I say amazing fit, I always think of like a Maze Fit, which is they make the watch that's on my wrist right here. Wait, you guys don't know about Maze Fit? You don't know about a Maze Fit? Oh my gosh, well actually they're the sponsor of today's video, so let me tell you about them. So you guys know in every single one of my videos, I am always rocking a watch. And although it looks cool, all it can do is tell the time, which is not a bad thing, but there's a lot more functionality you can get, and that is where the T-Rex 3 by Amazfit comes in. Not only does it have this rugged look and this huge screen, which you can actually see even in the brightest of days because it has over 2,000 nits, this thing is built like a tank, and the data that this is able to track when you pair it with the Zepp app is gonna add so much functionality in your life and give you a lot of benefits when you can track your health data, which is like pretty cool. So once you connect this watch to the Zepp app on your phone, you can track some amazing things such such as your sleep score, and you can compare how much deep sleep versus REM sleep you got to see if there's any modifications you need to do to improve your sleeping cycle, as well as you can track like your heart rate, your blood oxygen levels, and even your stress levels. Like what? And maybe you're into running or cycling. This has GPS built right into it, so you can load up your routes right into the device, so then you can follow along as you're doing your exercise. So if you guys are interested in checking out the T-Rex 3 by Amazfit, they have actually hooked you guys up with a special discount. If you use code MAX, just click the first link down in the description. It'll take you right to their website. You can explore what options that they have. Thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. And now let's get back to the vlog. Okay, we are at the old Best Buy, the brick and mortar store. I forget that these still exist because I order everything online, but I'm picking up something that I want to use at our baby shower, which you guys are gonna see a little bit later in this video. We're real excited about it. Taylor put it all together, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, but there's a problem that I have with something that I'm trying to do, and getting what I'm gonna buy at Best Buy will solve this problem, I think, or it'll be a really dumb purchase, but I've done a lot of dumb purchases in my day. Okay, so recently, like a couple weeks ago, Taylor and I went to do a pregnancy photo shoot, like really high quality photos with Taylor and me, and then obviously Charlie was there as well. And these, I don't know what you call them, maternity, pregnancy photo, I don't know, whatever. And I loved it, right? I think that the photos turned out amazing. Taylor looked so beautiful, and it'll be cool to remember this moment, like right before Charlie was born. And something that I thought up was like, what if I start, you know, Charlie can look back and check out my vlogs, what's up, Charlie? And see like kind of my life, but I was like, what if I started filming these moments of like Charlie growing up, and like, you know, these things right before Charlie was born, like the baby shower, the maternity shoot, but like not for YouTube, but just like put it in a folder so that like 10, 15, 20 years down the road, you know, he can look back if he wants to and just see how we were and how we raised Charlie. And it's just like family stuff, right? I don't even know, I've never filmed for like, what's up, son? What's up, dude? You're gonna be a cool kid. I don't know what age you're watching this footage at, but I don't know, but this is technology in 2025. We have these things called computers and cameras, and there has to be cords connected to them so you can see the photos. No, we don't know what technology. He's gonna be living in VR.
That's gonna be 5 years from now.
He's not gonna know. This is when he's like 21. He's gonna be watching this.
Okay.
And I have all these like fancy cameras, but something I realized that with these cameras, I end up like turning into YouTube mode because I'm like, okay, is the lighting perfect? Let me set the audio. Let me set the white balance. So I thought, what if I get like an old, not old, they're still new, like a video camera, like how I started YouTube, where you just turn it on, you click go, there's no thinking, you zoom in a bunch, it's kind of old school, and I just like make this the Charlie cam. And like the family cam, we just pack this, we keep a memory card in it, and we record all the memories and put it in folders maybe every month, and we can look back. And is that stupid? I think I'm gonna do it. I think it'd be cool. Man, so sentimental. I know. All right, we went with the Canon. I'm normally a Sony guy. Vixia HF G70. Did a little bit of research online because, you know, I'm not trying to overthink it, but I also want it to be a nice little handy cam, is what they're called. And I feel like this will be the new family camcorder. I'll take it to the delivery room. We'll take it on vacation. I feel like this is a good move. A little throwback. What's up, Charlie? Mom and Dad reporting in live. How's the baby shower?
It was great. It was so fun. Everyone came to like celebrate us, and like I just felt loved, and I feel like I'm excited to have those people in Charlie's life.
It's
But
gonna
it
be
was
real
great.
cool.
It was beautiful.
It was like a dang club in there.
It was a club.
You set up like the whole thing.
Yes, I set up most of it, and then I had Heidi and Hanny, who are my fairy godparents, to help kind of like finalize touches.
It was kind of nice. I've never, all the baby showers I've gone to have been at people's houses. But it was kind of nice having it. Then we come back to our house.
Back to the house. It's clean. I don't
Yeah.
have to clean anything. Is the main thing.
Shout out everyone that came out. It was great. Everyone watching, like, where was the invite? That's right. Next time.
Next time, guys.
We are about a month and a half out.
11 weeks.
11 weeks and this baby popping.
Yeah, I popped.
Yeah.
This bump is bumping.
Bump is bumping.
I thought it was big, but now
You
it's
look
huge.
great. Oh my God.
It's huge.
It's huge. Huge. All right. I'm wrapping this vlog up.
We
I
love
hope
you.
y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. A lot of feedback I'm excited for. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we finished the house plans. So
Did the house flood?
no, the house did not. This video was telling how the house is not going to flood.
Good to know. Good to know.
Man, if the house ever floods, we are screwed.
Bring back this video.
I know. Everyone's like, I told you so. All right.
Peace.
See you guys in the next vlog. Thanks for tuning in. Eat more sour strips. Ever forward.
Woof. I have that
Woof, woof.
attitude.
Woof, woof, woof.